Oh, and here's Carlos. Say hi, Carlos. One of my favorite things to do in life is to join somebody in an activity that they're really passionate about, that they love, and to get to experience it through their lens and to see how they interact with it. And recently I had the opportunity to return that favor to my good friend, Eric Varez. Him and I played soccer together when we were younger here in Arizona. And to be able to bring a good friend of mine who's never experienced an ultramarathon. I think before this he had just ran one half marathon. So to bring him into the trail running culture and to get a taste of something that I love was really special for me. And in the beginning, I was planning to crew Eric, and you guys know the natural progression. The FOMO said, you know what, why don't I just do this thing with him? I don't want to miss any moments. I don't want to miss any hardships, any revelations out there. I want to be with my buddy through the whole experience. And let me tell you, when I say that, it was one of the most powerful things I've witnessed. I had never seen somebody up close and personal like that go through the full roller coaster of emotions that ultras tend to bring on. So with that said, it's my intention to start telling more stories that exist within my life and posting them to YouTube. So do me a favor and get subscribed. I hope to be posting more videos like this. We'll see how they do, how it goes, how it feels. You know the deal. I hope you enjoy the video. It was really a joy to make and was undoubtedly a life-changing experience for Eric and myself.
The way that I look at it, it's like, dude, if you could laugh in a day and you could cry in a day, you just had such a beautiful day. That you can experience the highs and the lows, extremes on both sides. And so for me, it was like a realization of like all of that coming to an end.
In an unbelievable amount of pain. But you know what? This is where champions are made. And you decide, you want to stop or do you want to finish?
No offense, Abby. Pretty good?
Yeah, that's great.
Hi, my name's Eric Varez. We're here in Prescott, Arizona, getting ready for my first ever ultra marathon race, a 91K, the Whiskey Basin Trail Run. A lot of different emotions. It's, you know, I'm happy, I'm scared, I'm anxious. I'm feeling a lot of things right now, but going and picking up the bib, now I think about it as like light bulbs that draw your attention in so many different ways. And now it's a matter of just going like this. And so that's where I'm at right now. Just, I feel a lot more locked in, ready to go. And I want to have fun tomorrow, to enjoy, you know? And I think that's what I'm looking forward to the most.
Well, I guess we checked in officially. Took us a while to find the tent, but well, it's official now. No turning back. You don't want to go to Coachella? Yeah, I'm good. I think I was super nervous early on in the week, but feels good now to see other people and to be here, and the weather's beautiful, and What more do you want?
Sitting here with you talking about something that I've never done before, you know, it's a strange feeling. It's like, in some sense, I feel like a faker, you know, because I've never done it before. For me, it's, I know that I did put in a lot of hard work. I did put in a lot of miles, and I'm just trusting my instinct and my body right now.
Thank you.
I can like assume, you know, how tomorrow's gonna go for the most part. Is there gonna be hard moments? I can imagine yes, and I wouldn't really want it any other way. I wouldn't want an easy race. I would want an experience, something that I'm gonna remember forever. And having a friend that, you know, he's been down this road before a couple times, to be there with me, gives me a lot of confidence.
Beautiful Prescott Circle Trail. We're going to count you down. Here we go.
Just in the zone.
And 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go.
The feelings that I was feeling was more excitement, you know, more than anything. Kind of naive, you know, because had no idea what was in store that day. You know, I was like too excited for something that, you know, that actually brought a lot of pain.
This where he just decides that he wants to do something, he like gets it in his mind, and then he's like relentless in the pursuit of that, and it's so inspiring. I think it's like I'm gonna get like emotional because I think it's so cool that he will do something like this just on like a whim and really do it, you know, rather than just like say, oh, I'm gonna go run 50 miles. He's like, I'm gonna do that, and then starts training the next day.
You know, I'm kind of a person that I like to work in the background. I actually don't like a lot of attention. And I remember coming up to that first aid station, and there's a ton of people just like cheering you on. And I remember cracking a smile because it was like making me blush a little bit.
All right, give us your headlamps. Here are your shades.
My hands are so cold I can't even get them off.
I
need
know,
more water
but
in your
you're
bottles?
sweating under your pack. So.
I mean, the first issue that I had was that my body was really cold in the morning. And that's, I remember I couldn't shake not being cold. And, you know, I was begging for the sun to come up.
All right, everyone.
Okay,
See ya.
110 plan.
You know, I quickly was picking it up from Dylan, but to try to be positive, you know, in certain moments through the race.
Trying to listen to my body right now. Feels good to start the race, but just trying to be in tune with my body and paying attention to what I'm feeling. And you know, it's all about getting across the finish line for me.
Thank you.
I'm just telling myself that the race hasn't even started. You know, we're just out for a little stroll before, and hasn't even started yet, my friend.
Really, that first segment was a lot of fun. I remember having a lot of fun, and you and me both were laughing quite a bit, and I was just really trying to pay attention to my body. I didn't want to like exert myself or do anything too crazy. I was just trying to manage, you know, what the day had in store for us.
Feeling good so far. Both of us are not feeling perfect to start the day off, but enjoying the morning so far, but just a little achy, but Yeah, I mean, the miles are kind of flying by, so having good times. How you feeling, Eric?
I'm stiff and sore for sure. Just trying to get myself through the next 10 miles here.
4.9. Bit of a climb.
Yeah, he's doing well, though. Should we do it?
Yeah.
We can start walking.
Yeah, but the next one's 4 miles away,
Yeah,
so we
close.
can go. Bye.
See you guys.
And then when we got to the 15-mile mark, I remember all I could really think about was my knees, which at that point wasn't really too much of a bother. But, you know, I remember telling this to you, but in leading up to the race, I had a big prep, you know, that I was going to do a 30-mile loop. And I had to cut it short because of my knee. I got runner's knee. And I remember that being a big blow mentally because I've never had to stop running because my body wouldn't let me. And so that was on my mind, you know, quite a bit. And, you know, mile 15, I wasn't really feeling a whole lot. And I remember I wasn't trying to think too much actually about that at all. That 15 miles was the most that I had ever run. I actually wasn't trying to acknowledge that because I don't know, in some way that maybe I start to like limit things in my own mind, you know, because it's like, oh, I got to mile 18, 20, that's good enough, you know, and easier to quit like that. So I wasn't really acknowledging that. I was excited. Around 20 miles when the pain, you know, really started to kick in. And I remember that from about mile 20 to mile 25, I tried to not tell that to Dylan at all. I didn't want to tell it to you. I didn't want to say what I was feeling and how much pain I was in, because the more energy that I put into those sort of thoughts, the harder it is to, you know, to control those sort of things. But between 20 and 25, you know, I was getting that same pain that I had for the first time ever felt a month ago. And it was scary because I didn't want to end the race short. The goal was always to finish, right? It was always to finish the race and to get all the way. And anything less than that wouldn't have been good enough in my mind.
I'm getting just the slightest bit nervous, but I don't know, not that nervous. I still feel like he worries about not finishing way more than we do, but it's tough, you know, when that thought gets in your head of, okay, I'm slowing down, and now I have to think about cutoffs. So I hope his mindset's good when he's coming in here. This will be a turning point. Get to this aid station.
I got my rest and I'm ready to keep going because our margin for error is getting smaller and smaller. But I feel almost. Oh, that's gonna be tough, dude.
The thing about this race is that they have cutoff times. And so it was at this moment that really a lot of the pack just started to pass us and leave us. And it's almost kind of like a sun setting, and it casts a shadow, and the shadow's the cutoff time. And I felt like that shadow just went over us, and I could look out into the trail and I could see the shadow getting further and further away. And that's what it felt like in my mind, you know, that we weren't going to hit the cutoff time, we were going too slow. And, you know, that's when I had a complete mental breakdown.
Oh! Oh! I feel like I'm just like letting everyone down, including myself.
No point throughout the race did I like truly want to stop. I always wanted to finish, but my body wasn't listening to me. And I remember Dylan coming to me and saying, hey, so it would just be much easier if we went a mile back to the aid station and finished there. because the next one's in 3-4 miles and you're gonna have to go forward.
They don't allow cars there at all. So Emily would not be able to pick us up from there. We'd probably be able to get like a ride on like like a side-by-side or something out of there, but it's tough, huh?
And I remember, you know, just like looking at Dylan and just saying, no, like, let's just go get to the next aid station and we'll finish there. That was basically the conversation. It's like, yeah, let's just get there and I don't want to go back.
The next spot is like, the next spot would get you to 32 for sure.
No, I want to get to 32.
You do?
Yes, are we 2 miles away?
We're at 29. I'm at 29.
Yeah.
But also, where that aid station said it was,
Would they not be able to get us back?
so we'd probably be able to DNF there. I just don't know what it would look like. Like, there'd probably be, like, the staff would probably have to, like, give us a ride or something. Versus there, Emily could pick us up. If we go back, we would hit 30 miles. Total.
I cannot believe I can't even move.
Yeah.
Let's keep going, dude.
Okay.
And just we'll fucking figure it out at the next one.
Love it.
Come on, let's go.
And I remember as we're going along the trail, I think Dylan was behind me some way, maybe talking to another person, but this guy ran past me, an older gentleman, and he's like, hey, basically he said the same thing that you said. Oh, it's like if you could just stop and go back a mile. If you go forward, it's going to be 3-4 miles. It's going to be pretty tough, dude. And I remember, not like in an aggressive way, but I just said, no, I'm going to keep going forward until somebody takes me off of this trail. And the guy kind of like looked at me kind of puzzled. He's like, okay, good luck. And, you know, so at that point, me and Dylan are moving so slow, guys. I mean, we are moving extremely slow that people are passing us probably for a good 20-30 minutes. And during that 20 or 30 minutes, me and Dylan at that point had decided that, you know, next aid station we were going to be done. So we had let go of all expectations at that point. There was nothing else that we had to uphold ourselves to. And so we're just talking about life and joking around, just as you would with a friend in a more normal setting. And I remember I'm behind Dylan, and I'm like, Dylan, like out of nowhere, Dylan, look at how I'm walking right now. And I was much more loose. I was walking a lot quicker and faster. And almost kind of, I felt like at the same time, we both were just like, hey, we can still make it. And so that analogy that I gave of the cutoff time and the shadow casting over, now is a race against time. At that moment there, me and Dylan were like, we're going after it. We can do it. Because I finally had my legs and my knees underneath me. Still in a lot of pain, but I just wasn't gonna let the pain at that point stop me. We were there to try to accomplish something at this point.
We just totally we just stopped thinking about the race and I just started focused. I was hanging out with my pal Dill and then it was gone, dude. Now I feel much more loose. Good Lord. That's crazy, dude. That's trippy. I was like, when we stopped at the top of the mountain, I basically that was game. That was game, set, match. And I remember thinking about going back and I was like, God, that just sounds so stupid. I'm just gonna keep fucking going forward. Now we're here, baby.
I think like that was the moment where I understood ultramarathon running, and that anybody that's first time going into ultramarathon, doing an ultramarathon run, that it's a part of the game. It's a part of you know, something that you wear on yourself.
Oh yeah.
The reality is it's super shitty. Like, it fucking sucks to be in a lot of pain. But that for me was the true happiness.
Love you guys.
I had been manifesting something like this for many years. You know, it's like 3-4 years ago. I probably wasn't in the best mental space, and just having like clarity and happiness like consistently, it was like really like ebbing and flowing. And I just remember that I was doing a lot of stuff in my life that wasn't serving me. And so for a long time I was manifesting like, I don't want to live this life, I want to live another life, but I don't even know what the other life looks like. And you know, so I had always been thinking about like running and doing an ultramarathon. And to me, that was a surreal experience because I had been manifesting it, and then being there and being in the moment, being with the community, meeting a lot of you just meet random people when you're running. I just remember thinking to myself, I was like, this is where I'm supposed to be.
Last segment, in an unbelievable amount of pain. But you know what? This is where champions are made. And you decide. You want to stop? Or do you want to finish?
Do you have anything you'd like to say in this moment?
Oh,
I know it's tough.
that I love my wife. I love my family. I love my friends who supported me during some crazy shit like this. And home stretch here, and oh man, I can't wait. Can't wait to be done with this. Amazing experience, even though I don't feel amazing.
My whole thing about like training, wanting to be in the race, then going through the whole experience and having my personal experience, I think what it is that, you know, I think there's a lot to be learned from the process of that I just went through, putting it in my mind, training, going through the experience in the race, that, you know, in life, and, you know, this is my understanding, is that life is different for everybody. You have no idea what people could be going through. Everyone has different journeys. Everyone has different goals and ambitions. And, you know, if you want the most out of your life, you have to find ways to live on the edge. And we all have to find, in our own journey, and, you know, for me, one aspect of it was doing the trail running. You know, it was like, this is going to bring the best out of me.
The boys are back in town. Oh, Emily. Yeah, dude. Congratulations, bud.
Thanks, man. Thanks for doing it with me.
Yeah.
Just by going through that process, so much positive things have come into my life. You know, as if it's meeting new people, trying different experiences. And, you know, so everyone's different, you know, so for trail running, it's not for everybody. But that's my, you know, advice, is that you have to try to live on the edge. Life isn't supposed to be easy. Life actually gets a lot harder. You're supposed to sharpen your sword. Your sword gets stronger, and, you know, I hate to put it in this way, but it's like the best days are in front of us, you know, getting married, having kids, but also the worst days are ahead of us, losing parents, losing siblings, and we're supposed to get stronger the older that we get. And so you have to go find whatever that thing is. I'm just a psychopath, and I was like, yeah, trail running's in the money. You know, that's gonna give me what I'm looking for. And so I'm grateful. I'm super grateful. And do I want to run again? Yes. You know, I need to let my body heal and revisit, but you know, this is not the last time I'm going to do something like this for sure.